Hello.
Do you know what? It's just nice that it just goes straight to live because sometimes it buffers, and then doesn't go to live. So yeah,
We don't like a buffering. So how is
no.
everybody? As you can see, the theme is today. We have this is obviously the day after Valentine's Day, so I hope everybody
Hmm.
had a good Valentine's Day. For those of you who celebrate it and got up to something nice, we're just enjoying our usual Starbucks this morning.
And even if those who don't celebrate it, I hope you did something nice for yourself.
I'm just having a little bit of cake. So you may not have seen. We went to. I'll let you do what I eat.
So basically, not yesterday, Saturday, we went for afternoon tea
Mm,
for our Valentine's because Mark was working yesterday. So I knew we wouldn't be able to make a day of Valentine's Day. So, we were debating on where we would go and things like that. And we decided to go to, hey, Best Video, how are you? Hey, Charlie. So we decided to go to afternoon tea because and we went to this afternoon tea. I don't even know how long ago when we first went to it.
Chester. So we went to the Chesterfield. Last time
Yeah,
we went there must have been 2018, I reckon.
2018.
I'd say 2018.
Mm.
Hi, best video, Charlie Dolby. Sorry, I was just having something to eat while you came in there. I've been checking out some of your videos.
Mm.
Mark and Kelly Trips, Tits and Things is Eva. How are you? We're good, thank you. How are you?
Hope you're well, Eva.
Yeah, I was checking out some of your videos. Uh, I enjoyed your videos. I did like them a lot. Did you see them? Because I put some comments on there.
Mm.
I didn't get to see your gaming ones though. I think I may have clicked on the wrong channel. So I
Yeah.
saw all your Man City ones around the ground, which are really really good. And I loved your gaming setup, which I thought was brilliant. So I did check out a few of your videos, but they look really good. Which is the best channel for your gaming one? Because I did want to check that because you were saying I think it was last Friday that you were going to do the updates.
Yeah.
Or not updates, but you were going
You
to.
were you were uploading one
Hmm,
as we were on the live. You said you were uploading a video, so I think that was the one that you were trying to find,
hmm.
wasn't it? The one that you had uploaded. So yeah. So we walked around London on Saturday, which was
Oh dear, hang
nice.
on. Before you do,
Oh,
Eva's received some bad news. Oh, sorry, what
oh
happened? Are
no,
you
Eva.
okay?
I hope you're okay.
Go
Um,
on, carry on.
yeah, so we walked around London. We haven't God, I can't remember the last time we went to London.
Mm,
I think it was before Christmas the
mm.
last time. So we did do a video before Christmas, which I haven't uploaded, but will upload at some point. I'm just in the middle of uploading sort of like different things. I'm in the middle of uploading a day 3 of our London collaboration that we did with Samuel.
Yeah.
And the last 2 days I've been editing our afternoon. It took me so long to edit. I found I was just like, oh my god, like is this ever going to end? This editing, but
Mm.
I finally finished it.
So it's up there for you guys to see. Eva, sorry to hear about that. You said health issues. So I hope you're
Oh
okay.
yeah.
And best video, Charlie Dolby. We did like, yeah. Sorry, going back to your videos, I really did enjoy them.
Oh
But you must please do send me the link for your gaming ones because I did want to check those ones out.
yeah. So
You were saying, sorry.
we yeah no it's okay. So I've been editing that for the last couple of days. The thing is we film quite a bit,
Mm,
and then I have to scale that down. So you get a scaled down version because obviously you don't want to sit there watching us eat the whole entire time and all of this, and it would take up too much video anyway. So we try to scale it down to sort of roughly around half an hour. Sometimes it's just over, and sometimes it's just under, and sometimes we can get it in 10 minutes, which is
mm.
is is quite nice when we can do short ones. But this one, I was adding in like different music and all of this, and so it just took me a little while longer to edit it than normal. And yeah, to try and as well to try and keep it sort of cut it so that we keep the interesting things in that you guys would find interesting. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? So that's what I try and do, really.
So best video, I'm going to call you Charlie if you don't mind. So I always
Yeah.
read out the whole thing. So Charlie asked, how do you change the light background? I've got my YouTube channel. So when you're saying the light background, is that the light in the background, or are you just talking about in general? A lot of it might be, if it's down light in your actual, it might be the equipment you use, because I'm guessing, I think you use your phone a lot for your videos as well, which is okay, you can use it. But one thing we find with the camera, with using your phone, is it does pick up a lot of the wind noise and background noise as well. And sometimes as well, it does the auto correct. So if you are on a light thing, it will then suddenly darken it, or if it's too dark, it will try and lighten it as well. So it might be the equipment you're using. You can edit on your editing if you use an editing package.
Yeah.
Your editing package will allow you. I forget which one we use.
Video pad.
Oh, video pad. Yeah, that will allow you to lighten the background. Aoife says, meeting my brothers to discuss stuff and hopefully get the legality sorted.
Right.
The suspicion has been on my mind for some months. Now I have a definite answer. What? I hope you're okay. I didn't know what that means.
Yeah.
But we do like to hope you're okay. But
Yeah.
stay on. Do join us on our chats, because we can then just make sure everything's okay with you. But we hope you get whatever it is sorted.
Yeah.
Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Hi, both. Just been watching the afternoon tea. I'll get back to it afterwards.
Yeah.
11 years, Kelly.
Oh, thank you. Ray's not feeling well.
Oh, you're not well. Oh, Ray.
So speedy recovery to you and your daughter. And I know your hubby's taking good care of you, so that's quite nice. But glad you could join us nonetheless. But plenty of fluids, both of you. That's my advice. That's what I did. I had water just by my bedside and just kept drinking water.
Not this stuff. Not the coffee, because it dehydrates. But
yeah.
I couldn't go without coffee anyway, even when I'm ill. You know I'm ill because I won't go. Oh, you got the COVID.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, listen, make sure you rest up. Do like Kelly says. I think that's the best advice. I didn't realize you had the COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry. Just rest up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we will speak to you, Aoife. But yeah. Oh gosh. So Charlie said, I did a video in Ashby High Street in Scunthorpe. Now, funny enough, I did see you've done quite a few Scunthorpe videos in your collection as well. And so I'm assuming you're in that area. But I do like it when you go through, because your videos are quite short as well. So you can get through quite a lot of your videos, because a lot of your videos are sort of under 3 minutes. But yeah, I was going to say, I haven't checked that one out, but I have checked out quite a few of yours. I did, like I said, mainly the Man City ones and stuff. They were quite good. I was asking, did you get to go on the pitch? I was itching to see. Most grounds don't let you on the pitch, but some do. So I did want to know if they allowed you onto the football pitch. Oh, Ray. So what you do? So I take it you weren't able to go and get your curry.
Yeah.
Because you were going to do your Valentine's curry.
That's right. She's going to do a Valentine's curry. But I'm sure once you're over it, you'll still be able to do your Valentine's Day will just be a little bit later.
Yeah, just shift it.
But it'd still be nice to get a curry, but like later on, and it'd be something to look forward to. Do you know what I mean? That there's nothing better than when you're ill to look forward to when you're better, and then you can indulge in whatever it is. And you know, even when you're coming to the tail end of it, I'm not saying indulge in curry, but you can indulge in something a little bit nicer so that you can think.
Talking of indulging, look what Madam's about to have. Look at these. Look at these goodies. So if you are feeling indulgent, so for anybody needing cheering up, we'll just let you sit there, that image, so you can enjoy. You saw me, I was just stuffing my face with cake earlier on anyway.
Yeah.
So Ray, yeah, the afternoon tea. So the afternoon tea, I've got to say, was really, really nice. For those of you that are interested in afternoon tea, so we went to the Chesterfield one, which is one we would recommend. Now, for price-wise, afternoon tea is a bit pricey.
Yeah.
But for London, it's actually not bad. So for 2 people, it's £55 per person.
Yeah.
And with that, you've got unlimited sandwiches and you've got unlimited cakes. That's not one of them.
This is not one of them, no.
But I did have one of the cakes. You'll see the cakes that we had on there on the video. But it's a really nice experience. It's something we haven't done for a while, so we wanted to show you guys as well. So that was our little afternoon tea thing.
Naughty, but nice.
Oh, there you go. So Aoife, Ray has just suggested lemon in hot water with Manuka honey and a clove. Sounds very similar to the aphrodisiac one you recommended, but without the peel.
Sans the milk.
Right. So Charlie said I didn't go on the pitch. Oh, so he didn't. No. Funny enough, one friend went to Arsenal and they didn't let you on the pitch, and one friend went to Spurs' ground. And again, they don't let you on the pitch. So I do get, what videos do you like the best? So of your ones, my favourites of yours, I'm not checked out your gaming ones, but I did really, my favourite I loved was your gaming setup. It was really simple. But what was good is you had the music over the top of it and you just showed your setup. So it's almost like an advert. I thought that was quite good. I really enjoyed that. But also as well, I like the fact because yours are little snippets. So I can watch several of yours in one go. The one I'd like to see though is if your Scunthorpe ones. I'll take a look at those ones.
Your videos are perfect for TikTok. So if you consider doing a TikTok channel,
yeah, you might do one already, but
yeah, because a minute and under is perfect. They in fact now TikTok up to 3 minutes. So anything 3 minutes and under is perfect for TikTok. So if you do think about, if you don't do it already, TikTok might be an option for you as well, because your videos are quite quick.
Yeah, easy to transfer onto TikTok.
Our videos are a bit longer, so we try to aim for just under 30 minutes. Sometimes it's just over, like the one that we did recently, the one that I uploaded just before we did the live, that's 35 minutes. So we do try, but sometimes we have to take out quite a lot.
Yeah, we
quite
do.
a bit.
So we shoot a lot of footage, a lot. So for probably every say half-hour video or 20-minute video, we've probably shot about an hour's worth of footage. So we have to cut a lot of it out. Eva, Mark, did Kelly give you the honey cloves garlic thing I saw on YouTube? No, not yet.
No. But do you have what I did give you for Valentine's? Is it here?
Oh no, it's not
right,
here.
Right,
No. That's in the wash. So
Right,
Kelly did get me a couple of t-shirts, but I will wear one of them for one of the lives when it's dry. But I put it in the wash today. That's why it's still drying.
Right.
It is not quite there yet. Ginger also. So Ray. Oh, there you go. So Ray. Aoife, sorry. Ray has been doing ginger and honey, but it's interesting actually. Aoife, is there a big difference between Manuka honey and regular honey? I'm just interested.
I think Manuka honey is a lot.
It's a lot more expensive, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot. Because I think it's more. It has more.
Honey.
Yeah, but
sticky bits.
You know, like an anti-inflammatory. It's more of a natural healing.
Okay.
I don't know the word. I know the word for it, but it's not coming to my mind.
Aoife will know.
Yeah.
So ginger, garlic, honey, cloves, and cinnamon. There you go.
Right. And milk, was it?
Milk and honey is supposed to be quite nice. But there you go.
The land of milk and honey.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think you deleted that message. Yes, I did like your carvery video. I thought that was really good. I did see that one as well. Sorry. I thought that was a really, really good one. So have you got any more plans when you go back into Scunthorpe or anywhere else in your local area? Have you got any more places to go? You did inspire us actually, because we do want to now do some cheap eats in London videos. So one of the things we discovered after doing the Chesterfield, which is a one-off because it is quite pricey. Yeah. We thought, well, let's do some cheap eat ones as well, somewhere that's nice to eat in, because London is expensive to eat out. So we're going to look for some nice cheap eats for anybody that's interested in doing that.
My nephew now has just started going into London and exploring London, and I remember being sort of his age and younger. And because before I used to live pretty much almost in the centre, I used to live in Zone 2, and then my parents moved to Zone 4, and I feel like going into London now, like going into Zone 1, is a bit more. It means that little bit more to me, I guess, because of all the memories that I had from spending so much time there. And I just feel like my nephew now is getting to experience certain things. He's going, out for dinner with his friends and things like that. And I just think that's just so nice at that age to be getting your friends together and going out for dinner in London, lunch or dinner. And it's really nice. and they're not going to places like McDonald's. Let's say.
somewhere
Do you know
nice.
what,
I could only afford that at his age, so
you know, sometimes they go up to London and they have steak and things like that, and I just think, oh,
there you go. So Aoife said, Charlie said, so start with Charlie's one. I like your Toby Carvery videos. No, thank you. And I like your one as well. I love the montage you did, because you had like a montage.
yeah, like a
with the
stone bake one.
Yeah, that was really
yeah.
good, because you had the music on the top of it. I thought that was really good. It's almost like an advert. You should get them to use that for an advert. That would work well for a Toby.
Yeah, it was like an advert. Yeah,
but it was really good how you did it. I thought we were impressed with that one. I think I left a comment on that one as well. Healing. So Aoife said, yeah, the Manuka honey is more anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial. Is that right? Microbial and antiviral.
and antibacterial.
Antibacterial, yeah, and antibacterial. She says as well, antibacterial properties. Ensure you seek out the highest numbered Manuka honey and purchase through a reputable health shop. Now, I did notice that actually with Manuka honey, it does have numbers attached to it. Oh, Charlie's done some videos 1 hour ago. All right, I shall have a look at those ones as well. Because I always get confused with your ones because you've got several channels. So I always think,
so many.
Yeah, which is good. I'll have to work my way through them as well. But yeah, I shall check the one. What was your one an hour ago? Was that a gaming one or was that one in Scunthorpe? But yeah, going back to the Manuka honey. So the numbers, I always got confused with the numbers. So what do the numbers mean? Is it the higher the number? What does that actually mean? So if you've got a 12, I don't know, I'm just making it up now. If it's a 12, what does that mean compared to say like a 4 or a 5?
Yeah, so we were thinking, sorry, we're going off topic a little bit, of doing a sort of like a more affordable way if you were in London or happen to find yourself in London, a more affordable way to eat around London. There's a couple of places that we like, the Crypt, where we discovered the Crypt, because that was quite reasonable, thought, for the food.
We haven't uploaded that one.
No. But there's been a few places that we've seen and we thought, you know what, this will make a good video, like going here, there, and sort of like showing you the food that you can eat at a reasonable price.
The high, all right, go back to Manuka honey. So Aoife says the higher the number, the more beneficial medicinally.
Medically,
yeah. Medicinally.
Probably.
Yeah, I see. That's what it means.
Medicinally.
Medicinally.
We got there in the end.
That one. Medicinally. Yes. So thank you very much for that. We shall. So why I said medicinally. You can tell it's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I've been working all day, so I'm quite tired. But thank you. But I'm doing a little flick and floor here. So, but yeah, Charlie, do that with your videos as well. Do let me know which one you're uploading so I can check it out as well. But any more eats ones planned for you? Have you got any more restaurants in mind you're going to actually film? Aoife said it's more pure rather than cheap imitation. So when you say reputable, where would you suggest? Can you do it in a supermarket, or would you recommend going to somewhere else?
There are some supermarkets that would do it, but it would be somewhere like more like Holland and Barrett.
Yeah,
more health food shop type place, I think. I don't know if I would recommend getting it online unless it was from a reputable place like Holland and Barrett or like a supermarket. But some of the supermarket chains, you know, they have like the ethnic food aisles and things like that. They will also have an aisle where they sort of specialize in something, but it's a lot. Some of the jars of honey is so much money.
Yeah.
I got my brother a Manuka one, didn't I, when he had COVID, and I had to go down. I think it was something like £13.
Yeah, they are expensive.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, for honey, but then again, I can understand it.
I think that was a cheaper one.
If medicinally,
that was one of the cheaper ones, £13.
So Aoife said, same as extra virgin unbleached coconut oil, but do not purchase coconut oil via a supermarket.
Wow,
okay, right. It's a supermarket, health food place only. Why is that? Do they have? Is it? What does the supermarket do? Do you not purchase through food supermarkets? Right. Okay. I'm assuming then it's not as good quality for a supermarket than if you do it the other way around. Right. Now, Charlie said it's been about 2 months since I filmed Big Ben. I've not checked your Big Ben one out. I shall look at that video as well. So yeah, that Big Ben in Westminster. So
I don't think we could find it. I don't know which channel is it on though. Your Big Ben video.
Yeah, because that'd be interesting to see which one you're doing. But yeah, I would like to see that one as well for the updates on your video.
Is there anything around London that people would like to see?
Eva said, I would go through a reputable health store, Holland and Barrett, or an independent health store. Okay, thank you. Good tip. And what was I going to say? I say, Ray, that might interest Ray actually going through the health thing. Now, Ray was saying that she's doing all the ginger and honey, but I don't know if it's the Manuka honey.
Yeah, I think people would just normally go for. You see, the thing is, like, things are so high priced these days. I think people are looking for more, more economical things because things are so high at the moment.
It's cheaper and therefore not the pure product, says Eva.
Yeah,
All right, I'm with you. Okay,
yeah,
so
true.
Good tip there as well. So if you are going to get Manuka honey, Eva's saying, do not go through the supermarket. Go through a reputable wholesaler.
No, that's for the coconut one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the coconut.
Well, and the Manuka, surely.
The Manuka, I think you can probably read. I mean, yes, I should imagine. I was just thinking of the pharmacies that are in supermarkets. So like some of the Sainsbury's have a pharmacy. Excuse me. So that's what I was thinking of with regards to the honey, because they will sell certain grade of honey in the pharmacies, I think.
Oh, so Ray said, waitress sell Manuka honey. I ordered some last week. Eva said, yes, it's expensive to get the fresh unbleached coconut oil and fresh ginger, etc.
Yeah.
Now then, guys, I'm going to switch up a little bit because we
Okay.
always do. Our new feature now is our recommendation for the week. So we've actually got two for you this week. So the first one, which Madam will pass to me.
This one?
Yeah. So this is one that we bought. Now we went to, on the way back from afternoon tea, Fortnum's and Mason. So we did go for things that go. Now you can see there, that's actually from, it's popcorn. So it's milk chocolate coated pumpkin spice caramel popcorn. Obviously, this is from Halloween, hence the reason why it's been reduced. So I know it's a lot of money, £7 for popcorn. For look how small that is. But it is Fortnum's, but it was reduced to £3. So we are going to give that a go.
What I recommend, my tip is whenever you go to Fortnum's, have a look at the sale items. They had like a duck rillettes with port and things like that. So they're sale. So because like Fortnum's is so expensive. However, if you go to their sale items, sometimes you can pick up, a few good things, still expensive, but more reasonably priced than their average
Look at that.
stuff that
so
they
that's
have.
absolutely coated in popcorn.
Wow.
So I said recommendation of the week, but we've not actually tried it.
Yeah. My recommendation or tip is to check out the sale.
So we're going to see if this is any good. Here we go. I mean, look at that. That is just all chocolate popcorn. Hi, Ivy. Oh, wow.
Hey, Ivy.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but I can't really taste anything.
It's very, very chocolatey.
Yeah, all I can taste, the dominant is the chocolate. I've got an aftertaste of pumpkin and cinnamon, an aftertaste.
Ivy said, oh, hello, guys. Both look well. Love the ears, Kelly. Oh, my God, you look so cute and sweet on her.
Thank you.
Eva said they will have synthetic crap, same as what's done with essential oils. Right, okay, so that's a good tip about not having it in the supermarket. Oh, it's chocolate covered. I love chocolate. Right, now, actual fact, I've got to say, when I give this a recommendation, I don't think it's worth even £3.
No.
And there is too much chocolate on it.
Yeah, it's far too much chocolate, I feel. So I wouldn't recommend these particular, but my tip is go to the sale aisle if you're ever in Fortnum's and you think, oh, do you know what? I really do want to get something in Fortnum's, but you don't want to spend like Fortnum's money. Go to their sale items. Also, if you do want to get like a little souvenir, but you don't want to spend like too much money, go for one of their little tote bags. Still expensive, but really nice to have. Do you know what I mean? To have with you, really. So I think their small ones might be something like £7 or £8 for the small ones, I think. But expensive, like I say, but still nice to bring around with you. And it can be yours.
So we got to Eva said, I love your ears you wear. I'm ready to show your extravagant, chatty personality. Charlie said, I did a video with my nan's dog. Well, I will watch that too.
I saw one with a dog, but I didn't know whether it was your one or not because it was on one of the other channels.
Oh, I didn't see that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I did. And I just thought, oh, well, this is not Charlie. And then I flicked over to something else. But I didn't think that was your channel.
Here we go. So, where are we? Charlie, done Charlie. Eva said, Keller Mark, you have become such a staple in my life. I can't wait to meet you both.
Oh, bless you.
Well, yeah,
Thank you.
hopefully, when you come to London, Ivy said, always wanted a Fortnum hamper in my dreams. Hey, oh, me too.
They're so expensive.
They are. Now I'm going to quickly show you this. This is our tip of the week.
We haven't tried it yet, though, so we just have to
No, I've tried it. I've tried it. So I didn't tell you. I've tried it, and it's delicious. So it is. It's temptatingly chocolate cream. Do you spray cream? Do you want to try a little bit?
When did you try it, and on what did you try it?
That you don't need to know, but you just need to know that it's delicious. Chocolate spray cream. And I'll put that back in the fridge in a second before I get told off. But you can't tell me off because we're on the live. Now,
there's plenty of time after the live.
Now, guys, a little tip. If you want to get a cheap hamper from Harrods or from Fortnum's, if you're lucky, and remember they do go quite quickly. Harrods, I got it for my mum. I managed to get my mum a Harrods hamper, Christmas one, at half price. But you do need to get them. You do need to get them pretty much on Boxing Day or a couple of days afterwards because they go like that.
When did you get that?
A couple of years ago.
Right, yeah.
It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But they do them. Now, Fortnum's, I don't know, so I don't want to tell a fib, but they do go very, very quickly. But that is your good chance to get a cheaper hamper. Now, even half price, they're expensive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, but they do a fantastic hamper. So that is your chance to get a cheaper. We'll go put some of that on your eclair. Do you want some?
No, I've just eaten my eclair.
All right.
The thing that my personal bugbear about hampers, right? Because I love a good hamper, is that I find they're not, for the price that they cost, they're not filled with enough things. So what Mark and I did one year, his family came for Christmas, and I made up our own hampers, didn't I? So we ordered our baskets, and then we actually bought things from Fortnum's, and we bought things from M&S, and I actually packed the hampers full. They were like, some of them couldn't.
I was gonna have a little bit.
Put it away.
Put it away.
The cheek of it. He's had some, and I haven't even had any. It only arrived yesterday, so in what time he had to have the chocolate cream, I have no idea, because it came in the afternoon, and I've been in the house all day. Today is the only day that I actually popped out for a bit with my sister-in-law. I want to know about this.
Charlie said, my most popular video is the Big Ben clock with 185 views. I haven't, and that's the one I've not seen, but we've been adding to your views. We have been looking at some of yours. What's your next one, Charlie? What do you plan to do next? Your next video. Go on, you were saying.
So like,
hey, Evelyn, hello.
Hey, Eve, how are you? So I always think, if you've seen something that you like one year for my sister, when she was pregnant, thank you, I did a baby hamper, but I bought the bassinet, well, not bassinet, sorry, a basket, and then I filled it with all different things for her and the baby, because sometimes people forget to buy something for the mother and all of that type of stuff. So that's what I did. But I think that you really need to, I feel like, yeah, you can always buy a basket. It's not the same as you. Sometimes you just want a Fortnum's one that says F&M. Do you know what I mean? Basket. And I totally agree. And one day we will buy one, I feel. But sometimes when Mark says, oh yeah, you know, should I get it? And I just think, oh, do you know, that's just so expensive. And it's not filled with all the things that I like. Do you know what I mean? Because you have said a few times.
Well, I'll tell you something funny. So when we went to Fortnum & Mason's, funny enough, we ended up looking at the picnic baskets. Don't ask me why, we just did. Because they do all their sort of hamper things on the top floor. I think it's the 4th floor.
Yeah.
So we went on to 3rd or 4th floor. And as we looked around, they had picnic baskets there, so you could pick the picnic baskets. So I said, oh, this is a nice one. Now, I thought it said £50. I thought, that's not bad, you know. That's really good. No, it was £500. and that was a 4 plates, a couple of some glasses, some cutlery, bottle opener, £500. But it does look nice.
Yeah, it does look nice, and one day maybe, but I just feel for the moment that sort of thing is so crazy, and I don't know. Even having a look at the 2 1 was 400 and something pounds, and we thought by the time you spent 400 and something pounds, you might as well get a £500 one. It didn't quite make sense, but yeah, I don't get me wrong. If somebody bought it for me as a present, that's something else. Do you know what I mean? You just think, do you know what? That's so nice.
I've changed my mind on this.
Oh, really?
It's actually really nice. So that is going to be my recommendation for the week. There you go. So that's Fortnum Mason. What was it now? Milk chocolate coated pumpkin spice caramel popcorn. My recommendation for the week.
Wow. Okay. It's not my thing, but there is. Okay, so my recommendation, other than going to the sales section,
We're gonna have no recommendations for the next few.
Well, so we went into Fortnum's, and I wanted to get some curds, and we got some curds, and we gave them to your mum at Christmas, and so I
thought when you said curds, I thought like curds and whey. I thought, all right. So she means curds, like lemon curd.
Well, hold on a second.
No, I can't carry on.
So we went in, and we had a look at all their different types of curds that they do, and they were doing a little stall and handing out the passion fruit curd. Have you ever heard of such a thing, passion fruit curd? Well, I tell you, we had some, and I really recommend it. It was like it wasn't sour, but it had a little zing to it, but it tasted really caramelly, and it was just really delicious. But it comes in a small jar. And the small jar, I think, is about £6 or £7 for the small jar, I think. For the small jar, because it didn't cost that much more for the large jar, did it?
The large jars they are quite pricey for what they are, but again, it's Fortnum, so they were about £5-6. But the small one was about £6.
Exactly. But these are the curds we did come out with. So we've got a lime curd.
So I've never had this before. So
yeah.
I don't think we can do the recommendations yet because we haven't tried.
We haven't had, no. That's why I did the recommendation on the passion fruit curd, not this curd. So we'll let you know how this goes. And I've never had orange curd.
So we've done the lemon curd. Everyone's heard of lemon curd, but I've never heard of these two.
Yeah. So, we're frozen.
We're frozen a little bit. So Charlie has said my other video I did is Cleethorpes Premier Inn. Check it out. It's the word of very good video done by Tommy quite a while ago with some good lot of comments. All right, I shall check that one out. I've got quite a lot of yours to catch up on, actually.
Ooh.
So thank you, Charlie. I shall check that one out as well. Ray goes, oh, I love a sample. Do you know what? Actually, when you walk around, they go, do you want some of this? I go, yes, I do. Whatever it is, and I say yes, and then figure out what it actually is they're offering me. Oh, Padma, how are you? Hi guys, I hope you're well. It's my birthday yesterday, Valentine's Day. Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And it was my truly special as I entertained my family with a nostalgic singing.
Oh wow!
Live for tonight, dance like no tomorrow. Live for tonight, sorry, dance like no tomorrow.
And you're absolutely correct. Tomorrow's not promised.
No, exactly. So happy birthday! I hope you had and how was your birthday? Did you have a nice birthday? And when you were saying you were entertaining your family, what did you sing? Did you sing any specific songs, or is this stuff you'd actually written yourself? Charlie said, I found the travel lodge in Sutton in Ashfield. Actually, in fact, when we were going past, actually, on the train, we thought of you because we went past the Holiday Inn. Which one was that?
Yeah.
That was the one in Blackfriars.
We were on a train. It wasn't Blackfriars.
I thought it was Blackfriars.
It looked like Bermondsey somewhere. It was on the way to Blackfriars. But I think it might have been Bermondsey rather than Blackfriars, because I don't think there is a Holiday Inn in Blackfriars. I don't think. I don't know. We'll have to have a look.
There we go. So Ray said, "Oh, I've only ever tried lemon." There you are. Evelyn and Ray have wished you a happy birthday. So happy birthday there for there. Well, this is it, Ray. I'd only ever heard of lemon curd before. Yeah. So we've got the orange curd, we've got lime curd. So we'll give those a go and let you know what they're like. But I've never seen those before in any other shop.
But if you want to, because we were getting those two, and I did try the passion fruit, and the passion fruit was really nice, but these were expensive as it was, so I didn't want to say, oh yeah, let's get a third one. But we will Get, because I think they do 2 other curds, don't they? They didn't. What was in the purple jar? Because I got the one.
Oh yeah, so it's passion fruit curd as well. There was another one, yeah, but I can't remember what it was. There was one more. So
Yeah, there was
there's
another
about
curd.
5 curds.
Which I also want to try. So we just thought for this trip we'll get these 2 and try these out. I'd actually like to put them in a cake, like in a. I think you were saying that you wouldn't mind them in the sponge cake, with cream. Yeah.
I'm not orange.
Really?
I'm a bit skeptical about orange curd. I'm really worried that's going to taste just too orangey.
Really? I'm not worried about that at all.
I suppose it would be nice if you put it in chocolate cake. It might taste like one massive giant Jaffa cake, but I'm not sure if it would.
What do you think the lime then?
Well, I think it will taste very similar to lemon.
Do you?
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I like lemon.
So you're worried about the orange?
Yeah, the orange one I think is going to be a bit.
But would you have been worried about the passion fruit before you tasted the passion fruit?
I wasn't. The passion fruit was okay. That was more your thing.
Oh, really?
It was very strong.
Oh, I really enjoyed it.
It's like that made your teeth go. Anyway, Eva says, if you could somehow review online courses, here's more. So yes, we did mention about online courses before. The Coaching Studies Academy, the Life Success Academy, the Priority Academy, and the Academy of Ancient Magic.
Oh wow, that's the last one sounds really interesting.
Bit Harry Potter theme there. We shall have a look. Thank you, Eva. Pavnar said, thank you so much, Evelyn and Ray Ray. Mainly old Indian traditional songs, which has a meaning behind them. You guys look great. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless. Oh, and thank you as well.
And happy birthday for yesterday.
Happy birthday so much. And I'm glad you did your singing and enjoyed.
Yeah, and enjoy the rest of your evening too.
Yes.
That's lovely. Thank you.
Ray Ray said, ooh, orange sounds nice.
Do you know what I mean? It does sound really nice.
I'm not sure.
We had the scones, and I think that they would be nice on scones.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If you like chocolate orange, I can imagine the orange curd would go well in chocolate cake. I don't know. It might be a bit of a risk, but I think if you have the 2 together, yeah, with the scones. Right. There was something else we did I forgot to mention. So we did quite a bit actually. So after we did afternoon tea, then we went to Fortnum and Mason, and then on the way home, what did we buy? What shop did we go into?
What shop did we go into?
Well, I'm asking you.
I'm asking you.
So we went into Ollie and Steen. So Ollie and Steen was a recommendation from Georgina, who was watched us some time ago and recommended we went into Ollie and Steen. So we did buy. Yes, we did. After having afternoon tea and doing all the samples, we bought 3 big cakes, and I'm talking big cakes.
Yeah, they're ginormous.
From Ollie and Steen. Now, unfortunately, somebody ate the lot, that being me. But they have gone. But I will show those on the video. We will show that on the video as well, and show you our recommendation there. There was another one I wanted to try, but I didn't buy it because I think I was so full from the afternoon tea. If I had been hungry, I would have bought it. Ray said, "Oh, the orange sounds nice." Yeah, you just said that one. Eva said, "I'm curious about the orange too." Yeah, I'm not so sure orange curd, but we will try. We might actually try it on the live at one point.
Yeah, I think I want to. Maybe we'll have a think, because maybe I'd like to do something with it. So I'm thinking maybe Friday we could try it.
All right.
Yeah, Friday we'll try it on something. If I don't bake something and have it on a baked good, so like doing a sponge cake and maybe having it on a sponge cake or something like that, then maybe we'll have it on its own. Or we could maybe have it on a sponge cake with a thing of the chocolate if someone doesn't eat all the chocolate.
Yeah, Ray. Sorry, I'm only joking.
All the chocolate squirty cream.
I don't know, actually, Ray, you probably saw that we mentioned you in the video a couple of times. Did you leave that bit in?
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I've not even seen the video yet.
I just had to have a little think there. Did I leave it in? But yes, I did.
We thought of you because they had really thick chocolate scones, so we were thinking of you because I said this is more Ray's thing, because it was chocolate scone but with chocolate chips in the scone. I think you would have liked it. It had a really dense chocolatey taste.
Yeah, and the chocolate tart you mentioned that Ray.
Oh yeah, and the chocolate tart would have been up your street. Almost like crushed nuts in it, but very, 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 very fine powder. Charlie said she did a video today as well in London Town Square. Oh, who's she? Who is that?
The person that he spoke about who did that video.
Oh, the I found the travel lodge in Asheville. Oh, right, I'm with you now. Sorry, I didn't link it with your original one. Okay, well, again, another one for us to check out. Ray Ray said, oh wow, yes, I'd love them with the orange curd. That might work. Actually, now we did bring back some of the cakes from the Chesterfield.
One of them he's just eaten.
One of them I've just eaten, which you just saw, I'm afraid. And I did have one last night, I'm afraid.
Didn't even offer me a little bit of it.
I did. Do you want some?
No, you didn't.
I whispered it. So
we'll watch the live back, shall we?
Yeah.
Does anybody remember Mark even asking me if I wanted a piece of that cake? He just said no. And while Kelly keeps talking, I'll eat.
Oh, it's so Charlie said, yo, see, you went to London to Town Square. We didn't go to Town Square though, did we? We went. We did go to, what's it, St James's Square. We did go.
Yeah, we went to St James Square. Yes, we did. I used to actually work in St James Square. It's so, when in the winter time it doesn't look all that, but in the summertime it's really lovely.
Right,
it's really
I'll
nice.
show you what's left because there isn't much. Carry on.
There isn't much. But we do show you. I think we do show you at the end of the video. I think we do open it up and we show you what we actually took back with us. So if you watch to the end of the video in the afternoon tea one, you'll see what we actually did bring back. Now, I don't know what Mark's eaten in this thing.
Well, there isn't much. Actually, I don't know why I'm showing you. Actually, there isn't much left in there.
There better not only be scones in there.
There might actually just be scones in there, actually. No, there isn't, actually. There's one other thing. So you do get a very nice box that they do give them. There you go.
So that's what you left me, the box.
So you get the box. No, you got scones. That's what's left. No, I had the Battenberg yesterday. You know that. And I had my cake. Actually, show them that one. That's so this is one, apart from the, so they had a sweet theme. So like sweet as in candy. So they got, there you go, look. So they actually put the drumstick, and it does taste like drumsticks. For anybody that remembers drumsticks, which are like a lollipop. So they did these drumsticks macarons, but it's a really, really nice little thing.
Yeah,
macaron.
put it back in.
You don't want it?
No. Pass me the box. I would hate for you to get tempted to eat everything.
And then do you want to show them the scone? So then we did, there's only two things. Well, there's two scones in here. They both look the same. So then obviously got the scones as well. We managed to take two. They did say to you, do you want any cakes? You were like, oh, no, I don't want
I said,
any,
what do you want? And do you know what? Because this is the thing with me, right?
Oh, no, I don't want any, no. And then I eat them. I said, yeah, I'll have that, please. I eat them. They go, oh, you see it. Well, you had your chance to order them.
You know what it is, right?
Oh, here we go with the excuses.
When I'm full, I can't say, oh yeah, do you know what? I also want this, and this, because I'm really full. I'm one of these people. So like one day, me and Evelyn, right, we went shopping and we were so thirsty, like we were really thirsty. When we looked back at our trolley, when we paid at the end, it was all full of beverages. There was nothing. There was a couple of bits of food, but there was hardly any food in there because we were so thirsty. That was what we were concentrating on. So when I'm full, and because basically in the afternoon tea, you can replenish, right? So while it is expensive, you can have as many sandwiches as you want. You can have as many scones as you want. You can have as much tea. You can try several different teas if you want to, and you can have as much cake as you want. Now, not all hotels do this. So in a couple of the other ones, although in all the ones that we've been to, pretty much you can replenish as many times as you want. I forgot what I was going to say. They don't all let you take food away. So in a lot of the ones, yeah, you can replenish as much as you want. And not all of the places allow you to try all the different teas.
No, that's true.
So they sort of like restrict you to sort of like one tea, maybe two if you're lucky. But at the Chesterfield, they allow you to replenish, and the staff there are wonderful.
Yeah, they're really nice. I've got to say, really friendly.
Yeah, very nice staff. And Mark and I have been going there for many, many years. But the thing is, there was one point we were going like 3-4 times a year to the Chesterfield. And while the staff are lovely, it's been a turn. So the same staff aren't working there as when we were there before. Now, the tea obviously has changed over the years, because at one point they were keeping bees on the roof, and they were doing a special sort of like honey-based type afternoon teas and things like that. They had a little pot which had chocolate soil in, and you could eat the chocolate soil and things like that. It was really cleverly done things. Now their theme is sweets. They've had different themes throughout the year. They used to have a Wonka theme, which was really good.
Yeah, so they do a lot of, as you can see, chocolate and sweet themes.
Yeah. So I think the Wonka one, the Charlie and Chocolate Factory, I think they used to call it Wonka. Did they used to call it, or Charlie and Chocolate Factory Afternoon Tea? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Afternoon Tea.
Yeah. And that was a really popular one. That went on for ages. That was always on. And sometimes the guy used to get dressed up as Willy Wonka, and you'd get to pick out a golden ticket, which would give you money off for your next afternoon tea, or it would give you a free drink at your next afternoon tea and things like that. Sometimes, if you were lucky, you might get a free room to stay at the Chesterfield at one point. And we were always hoping we would get that free room. But the trick of the golden ticket was you weren't allowed to open it there and then. You were only allowed to open it on your next visit.
Yeah, so that you would go back there, you'd hand over this golden ticket. They would open it in front of you and tell you what you want. But yeah, at one stage we had about 3 of them. Like this is years ago.
Yeah.
And then we went back and I think we replenished one of them.
So it's not the same theme anymore. Now it's just a sweets theme, and they have, if you sort of watch to the end of the video, we have they do like these sweets. They have a mini pick and mix, and they allow you 3 choices. Now, before, when we went, they only had 3 or 4 jars anyway. When we first started going, they had 3 or 4 jars, and you could choose. At that time, they weren't doing a theme. It was just a normal afternoon tea the first time that we went. So it's just a normal afternoon tea. It wasn't a themed one. And then they just had jars at the back, and you could choose. You could take sweets if you wanted to. Now, as time's gone on, they've realised they've had to change their format a bit to compete with other hotels out there and all of that type of stuff. So now they've gone on the sweets theme. So now they have like a little trolley, and it's like a mini pick and mix. So there's like about 8 or 9, maybe 10 jars or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
That you've got to pick different sweets, but you were only allowed a choice of 3. So then they had their little shovel, and they do it for you. Before, you could do it by yourself, but now they do it for you.
And they put them in these little bags. So we got there's not much left in mine, as you can
candy stripe bags. Did you show them inside the bag?
Yeah, like I said, there isn't much left in mine. I have it quite a few, but there you go. So I got rhubarb and custard, and you can just about see there was the strawberry bonbons. Or lemon bonbons.
Lemon bonbons.
Which are lovely.
I got lemon bonbons, toffee bonbons, and some drumsticks, because they had drumsticks, obviously, to go with the drumstick.
Right. I'm sorry. I've been missing out on the comments. I've been really, really bad. Aoife said, Kenny and Mark, can you please reach out to me via email or WhatsApp? Well, drop us a line. We've got our email on the thing. Do that. Charlie said, just give us some cake. You posted to sharing is caring. So give Kelly some cake. Yeah. I will. Kelly is getting the cake, don't worry. She had a whole raft of cake. If you watch the video, you see how much cake Kelly actually managed to have. But we do share. We're only messing around. Ray said, Mark, I think your tooth is sweeter than you think. I think it is. Do you know what? And I never used to, before I met Kelly, I never ever eat a cake or sweets or anything. Now I blame Kelly on this.
Obviously. Not so much so he don't even share with me.
So Aoife said, Mark, can you please check out the Academy of Ancient Magic while on the live? All right, I'll have a look at that in a second. I've got my tablet here. Ray said, oh, pretty books. They are nice, actually. So the boxes they give you are really nice. And they can put as much in there. They even let you take sandwiches back if you want to. Yeah,
but that's before the box used to be red, but it used to be a lot smaller than that.
Yeah, so it's quite a big box.
So it's got quite a big box. So I'm assuming the reason why it's so big now is because they let you bring
as much as you want.
Much as you want.
Eva said, Kelly, can you please do a movie review at your convenience?
Oh.
Now, we've not done movie reviews before. Funny enough, I didn't say to you about doing reaction videos, but you weren't too keen.
A review, I don't mind. Reaction videos is not my thing. But I also said to you, you could do a side channel attached to ours and do a reaction one.
Yeah.
Because I'm not one for all the reaction type videos, but I do like doing reviews, and I love movies, so I can most definitely do a movie review and give you my thoughts. I can tell you what I could do is maybe watch like several movies that week and then tell you the movies that I've watched. So if there's a theme other than horror, right, because I'm not down with that sort of nonsense, But anything like, I will give you some examples.
I'll do the horror.
I don't mind thrillers. I love comedies, but do you know what? They have to be they have to be really funny comedies. Yeah, there's not that many comedies that actually make me laugh like out loud. So if you can think of a comedy that you think like the last comedy that made me laugh out loud is probably Role Models, because but I've watched it so much that now it doesn't make me laugh anymore. But that type of sense of humor is really, I do find Paul Rudd quite funny. But I'm not into things like, like Mr. Bean, like the visual type ones, like with
slapstick.
Yeah, my mum, my family come from Mauritius, so in Mauritius and France, they're really into that physical, slapstick, like Mrs. Bouquet when she falls into the hedge and all of that, or Mr. Bean, that they're really into that. But I was on a plane once and I watched a comedy called Juste pour rire, which is just for laughs, basically. And it's all silent, but there might be like onomatopoeia sounds, and that I used to think that was quite funny. Onomatopoeia is
sorry, Eva said no, actual review, not reaction, so it would be
review is fine. Reaction I'm not, but you really like them,
I like
don't
reaction
you?
videos, but no, review's good, so you can actually do a bit like film 94 or film 2002, 22 even.
So there are, do you know what, has anybody, Mark and I grew up watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and there's a new it's called Bel-Air actually, so it's not called the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it's just called Bel-Air. But it is based on the sort of thing that we watched, based on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that we grew up watching. But this one's a bit more serious. It's not as, there are still comedic elements in it, but it's not that, that haha, like that Desmond's type vibe, that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type vibe. It's not that type of comedy. So this one's a little bit more serious, a little bit darker.
A little bit more serious.
Yeah, and
it's a lot more serious.
But you still have comedic elements in it.
Oh, I don't see any comedic elements
in
it. Right, so there's a few more comments. So Charlie said, do a video with fireworks.
Oh, do you know what?
That's actually a very good idea. We were going to do November, but the local park wasn't doing a display.
Yeah. Do you know what? But maybe because it's quite a pet-friendly park, so maybe that's why they haven't done them.
True.
But you know what? We used to do in our back garden a lot of fireworks and stuff like that. So we haven't done it for ages. And next door do have a dog, so I would be wary maybe about doing fireworks. But maybe if I see something that does fireworks, as in, out, but I reckon that they will fade that out at some point, fireworks, because I just think so many people have pets now and the pets get scared of the loud sounds. I don't think they're gonna, but yes, that is something I would like to do, by the way.
But good idea, actually. There's something we could do, even New Year, I think. Have you noticed, though, because fireworks always round so really between November and January, and then they disappear for the rest of the year. But yeah, you can get them, but we shall have a look to see if there's any displays. Also as well, Charlie said, go and check out my Lincoln Premier Inn. Now, Aoife said, I challenge you both to a narrowboat holiday. There's no way Kelly would do a narrowboat.
I've got to be honest, it's not really my sort of thing.
I could not imagine you in a million years doing a narrowboat.
I would do a short trip, like for the day or something, but I can't imagine you doing it at all.
Right, so Aoife says, not into horror or sci-fi, rom-coms, old classics like Lorenzo's Oil, Beaches, and The Sound of Music. Okay, that's a bit of a eclectic mix there. Kelly, I speak fairly decent French, she says.
Oh,
Mark and Kelly, I hate the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It became ridiculous. Oh God. Charlie said, my best video channel is the nature and the buildings and the shops, carvery pubs and seaside and the bridges.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, you didn't, when you said Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, was it the original one you disliked, Aoife, the comedy one? Or is it the remake you dislike?
Sleepless in Seattle. See, do you know what? I loved Beaches, but it's not something that I can watch. Things like, I used to work in a video shop, and I've said this on a live before, where a mother came in with her daughter, and the daughter's friend was coming to stay for the night, and they came into the video shop and they said, can you recommend sad films? All we want to watch is sad films. And I just sat there and I was puzzled, and I said, okay, because I've seen a lot of sad films. So so the ones I recommended were Still Magnolias, Terms of Endearment, Beaches, and there was one more other one I recommended, but I can't remember which one it was. And they came back the next day and they were going, oh my God, we were in floods of tears. It was so sad and all this. And I just thought, what an evening, right, of watching sadness. Like,
let's watch some documentaries on plane crashes.
Yeah, it's just a whole... Says the one who watches the documentaries on plane crashes.
I do find them interesting. So Aoife said, I cried during Lorenzo's Oil and Beaches and even Sleepless in Seattle. Ray said, I love the Prince of Bel-Air. I haven't seen the new one. No, so the new one is it's a you almost best to just forget the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
This is like a gritty drama. It's not a comedy at all.
I wouldn't call it a gritty drama, but there is more tension in the household when Will comes to stay with his aunt and uncle. And for me, I feel it tackles the subjects of today. You're not going to have the same things from the Fresh Prince, like times were different when we were growing up. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same. It's still the same principles, but it's not the same thing. I feel people are dealing with more pressing subjects, and I think it touches up on, it's got more internet, it's more phones, and like hardly anybody had a phone when we were growing up and things like that. So they had to incorporate.
Yeah, even didn't like the original.
Yeah, it had to incorporate the stuff of today. It can't incorporate stuff from back in the 80s. 80s and 90s. They're not relevant to today.
So it's like I said, it's much more like a drama. There are no gags in it. So if you remember with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the original one, it was gag after gag after gag. So it was all one-liners pretty much for the whole thing. This is not. There's no jokes in it at all. It's very much based on a drama.
But I feel this is at the beginning.
I can guarantee you it won't change.
Oh, we'll see. Change. We'll see.
It will not change.
But we've only seen 3 episodes, so I can't guarantee anything until I've seen. But also, I don't like to read reviews or other people's opinions. I like to make my own. So I will let you know once that's why when I give a review, it will be a clear review, because it will be from my own perspective. It wouldn't be, I've read somebody else's review, or I've read something else, or I've gone on and read what's going to happen in the next few episodes. I like to watch it fresh and then give you what I think, what my thoughts are. But I feel that with certain films like Still Magnolias, I've watched them all, but my limit is once, possibly twice. I couldn't spend... simple things make me cry these days. Do you know what I mean? Even a comedy sometimes, when there's a term of endearment in there, will make me cry. But I really would like... So if there's a recommendation for a film that is like you consider like really funny, I would like... I would try watching it and say, oh, do you know, that was so funny. But if I just think it was just, I'd be like, well, it wasn't that funny.
Well, do you know what? Actually, that's a good point what you say as well. I can't remember the last film that made me laugh out loud that's been done recently.
Yeah.
So can you guys recommend any decent comedy films that we could potentially watch? Because I don't remember. Well, now I've seen a few that come on TV and I've seen a few that come on Sky, but I can't remember the last comedy that made me actually laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Charlie said a video Scunthorpe 3 days ago in the town, like the bus stops. Please go check that video out. All right, we'll have a look at that one. I do. There's quite a few I'm racking up on yours. I
know, because Richard's Adventures was doing one where he is walking the different train lines, and then he's doing one where he's videoing the tube lines. So if you do Charlie, it sounds like that's the sort of thing that you might be into. So it might be worth you checking out Richard's Adventures, because he does a lot of that, you know, with the train and the tube and stuff. So that might be something worth checking out, Richard's Adventures.
Aoife said there's some movies made from Danielle Steele Brooks.
Yes.
Oh, Danielle Steele Books, sorry, not
Danielle Steele Books, yeah.
Charlie said a video Haribo Factory. I'll go check that one out.
Oh wow, that would
be brilliant one.
I would find that one really interesting.
Now, talking of factories, Charlie, do check out our Cadbury's factory one. So Kelly and I, a couple of years ago, went to the Cadbury's factory in Bourneville in Birmingham. So we did go around there and have a little look. So we did film that. You can get to see all the chocolate bits being made. Well, I say being made, all the different parts of the factory that you can go visit. So they do open tours you can book at the Cadbury's World. Do check that out. There's one of our, like I said, it's a few years ago now.
Yeah,
3 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say. Also, if you like fireworks, we do have a couple of fireworks ones. In part 2 of the Brighton, at the very end of the video, there's fireworks. But also when we went to Florida. So when we go to the Epcot, we actually do one. Is it it's not Liberty, what's it called? Something Earth, I think it was called.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and we remember because we sat in the
I forget what it's called. There's something of, but they do fireworks at the end of the Disney display. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So we do have a video of the fireworks. I think we have a video up of the fireworks that we watched at Magic Kingdom, and we also do have one for Epcot. So if you are interested in fireworks, have a zip through and you will see there is a couple of videos that we do have on fireworks. If you're into that, I love watching fireworks when we go to the castle or when we go to Epcot, but they've changed it now because it used to be Something Earth, I think it was. But they've switched it up and they do another one now. So I don't know if it's going to be as good, because the Earth used to come out in the middle and it used to open. It was lovely. But they don't do that one anymore, which is a real shame.
But yeah, the Haribo factory looks really good. So Evelyn said, Eva said, Kel, Danielle Steele Books have been adapted in some short films.
Yes, they have. I have seen a couple of the Danielle Steele ones. Danielle Steele is more my mum's type of thing rather than mine. So my mum will watch the Danielle Steeles or the Catherine Cooksons, and who was the one that did the Palomino something or other? And then you've got them daytime ones like the Hallmark Channel. They're very Hallmark Channel type films.
Well, so that's the sort of thing your mum.
Yeah, so it's the sort of thing my mum would watch. Not so much. I'm not really into the Danielle Steeles and the Catherine Cooksons. And there's another one, another writer as well, but maybe Jackie Collins and things like that. They are definitely, my mum's type of thing. They're not so much mine. I'm more into the things that probably you might not be interested in, really. So like things like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, or comedies wise, things like Role Models, all that. What's he been saying?
Evelyn said, I'm waiting for Bel Air to go to 10 episodes before watching. Yeah, I get that, so you can just binge watch them.
So you can binge watch them. It's true. I've enjoyed the ones that I've watched so far, but I might save up and wait till they get to more episodes, and then I can just binge watch them. I've been watching Just Like That and Just Like That recently, so I got to watch 3 in a row. And I also like watching at the moment The Gilded Age. I really like watching that, which is by the same writer who did Downton Abbey. That's been really good. But yeah, I should maybe do one on films and one on series, like Raising Dion. So if you are into the whole sort of like sci-fi sort of fantasy or any of the Marvels type things, Raising Dion is really good. But I have to say season 1 is better than season 2. But season 2 is good, but season 1 is better.
Eva said, check out the Academy of Magic on your tablet. I just showed you guys. I've got that here.
Oh,
online courses.
I'll have a look at that.
There we are. Online School of Magic, magic readings about magic. So we'll have a little look through those. And Charlie said, thanks for coming to my YouTube channel. There's nice comments. Oh, good. I'm glad you got them. I will put a few more on there when I get through the rest of yours. Aoife said Liverpool do fireworks for Guy Fawkes from the Mersey. Oh, actually on the River Mersey.
Oh wow.
Charlie said, I did a video in Skegness and I'm tired. We'll get about a month old. And please go check that video.
Oh yeah, I've been to Skegness. We were talking about Butlins in another live, and you know what Butlins it was? Bognor Regis.
Oh, Bognor Regis.
That's the one with the cinema. I can't remember why we were talking about it, but the other. So I've been to several Butlins and Pontins and Haven. So one Haven I went in the Isle of Wight. I think there was a Pontins I did in the Isle of Wight. I did a Butlins in Skegness, and I did a Butlins in Bognor Regis. So we also did a caravan. But do you know what? I just feel like they weren't so basically when we went to the Skegness, I think that was our first one that we'd ever been to. And I just felt like I was just too old to do it. I was like I think at that time I must have been about 14. And I just felt like there wasn't anybody really my age there. They were all sort of like, 9 and 10 years old. And there I am, sort of like 13, 14, wandering around Skegness.
Oh my
Not
God,
around Skegness, but around Butlins.
When you said too old, I thought you were going to be like 20s. You're 13, 14, and you thought it was too old.
Yeah, and I felt like I
God.
was too old to be there. And I didn't make any friends. And there was a girl next door, Maddie, her name was, and she was 9. And sometimes I'd go about with her and stuff like that. But I felt like I was just too old for that. And a lot of the kids that I saw there were younger because there were like loads of families with younger children. And then when we went to Haven, which was in the Isle of Wight, my parents allowed me to bring a friend along. By this point, I was 16. Or maybe I was 15. No, I was 16, 15, 16. And luckily I was able to bring my friend with me, so it was quite nice to hang out with my friend, kind of thing. But again, we just hung out with my parents, really.
So yeah, Ray said she loved Raising Dion. Aoife said I watched the film on the Judd sisters. Oh yeah, that's the one. Oh, Ashley, hello.
Hey Ashley, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. How are you?
I hope you're well.
Yeah, she said I hope you're well today. We're really well. Thank you.
Thank you.
We were just talking about what we like to watch on TV. Yes, on the Mersey 2019. So that was about the fireworks when they did the Guy Fawkes fireworks.
Oh right, I see.
Going back. So guys, is there any recommendation TV shows that you would recommend that we watch? So we've talked about obviously Bel Air. Kelly's mentioned about Raising Dion. But is there anything that you would recommend that we could try and watch, or stuff that you'd like to watch because you like your series?
I know that my sister-in-law is watching Ozark at the moment, and I know somebody here mentioned Ozark.
Is it any good?
I've
not seen Ozark.
It's had good sort of shames, but it's not something that
Ashley's watching Emmerdale.
Oh, she's in watching Emmerdale. Do you know what? My mum's really one for soap, so she's very much into Emmerdale and EastEnders and Neighbours and Home and Away and all of those, all of them, Coronation Street, all of them. She loves them all.
So Aoife said, here's another idea for a review. Perhaps a static home stroke chalet stay. Now that's actually a really good idea. I would love to do. What's a static home? Is it like
a caravan, but the caravan that just stays there?
Okay.
It doesn't move anywhere.
Or a chalet. I do like the idea of a chalet. My friend used to do the Euro camps. Excuse me. He used to do the Euro camps, which basically you go to a almost like glamping where the tent is already set up. You don't set the tent up. You arrive, it's all set up. You then clear it as you go out. So that was one I'd like to try, but I know glamping's not your thing. But a chalet,
even a chalet, I don't know. It would have to be. Do you know what? It would have to be somewhere that I would find lots of things to do.
Okay.
So like I don't know. I feel because I didn't have very good experiences of them when I was growing up. So, we did, and I don't mean that the place was bad or anything like that, far from it. But what I mean to say is I feel like there wasn't anything for me to do. I was bored a lot of the time. We did the Isle of Wight, and we did a caravan at the Isle of Wight, I remember. And things like that. So it wasn't Yeah, it really wasn't for me, I felt. And I do remember staying in a caravan at one point, and it wasn't a static home though. It was an actual caravan, but it just stayed there. Like a static home is normally sort of like there, but on normally on a site.
Yeah.
And I yeah, it wasn't for me really. I felt like very cold. It was just that, and that's what it reminds me of, I suppose. It reminds me of winter and coldness.
Well, it depends.
Not all caravans are like that. I understand that.
But if you went to a chalet, I always think of chalets like in France. So you would have like a French chalet where it'd be nice and warm, and yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to go to a chalet.
But chalets aren't like that. They are almost like they're yeah. It's not like a flat, let's say. And you're
No, I
going
know,
into
I
yeah.
know.
It's more like it is more. I would say a chalet is more like a static home actually. So yeah. So when we went, and I do remember sort of going and yeah, just I do you know what? I remember my mum. So basically, when we went on one of these, I think it was to
Thanks, Eve, for your sneeze. The best you said thank you.
when we went to Haven.
Oh, Eve also said we could also review some documentaries on Netflix, which is a good idea.
Oh yeah. The documentaries are right
That's
up your
right up my
street.
street.
Mark's very much into his documentaries. We went to when we went to Haven, and we went to it was the one in the Isle of Wight, and I remember my mum. So basically, I was allowed to invite a friend, and my brother was allowed to invite a friend, and so we all went, and but my brother's friend was so naughty, and I remember my mum did these like little homemade pizzas, and this little boy, he said he liked it or whatever, but then he threw it down the down the toilet and things like that. And you're just like, oh my god! But he was always doing these random things, and you're just like, oh my god. But I will always remember when he threw the pizza down the toilet. I was just like, oh, do you know what I mean? These rambunctious boys, and you just think, oh god.
Yeah, I won't be doing that. I won't. What a sacrilege for the waste of a pizza. Oh, Charlie. So this is the other account, Charlie Dolby. Right, I shall look for this account, Charlie. Did we have a nice day today? It was all right, actually. I was at work, so
Yeah.
one of those things. But Karen, hello.
Hey, Karen.
How are you? You well? We managed to upload the afternoon tea one on the work you did.
Yeah,
today.
just before we came on, so that was quite good because it took me ages to edit it. I kept getting distracted and stuff like that, and I'm going back to it, but I wanted to put all these different things, all these different elements, and now it takes longer to edit. But I'm actually quite pleased with the video.
Good.
But there are other videos now that I started editing other videos in between, so that might be why it took me longer to do this one as well. But yeah.
So look forward to watching. She said. Ashley said,
Aww.
"I'm a man. I love the soap operas." That's all right. Enjoy what you like. Oh, sorry. Did I call you she? Did I do that? Sorry, if I did, apologies.
Are you a man or are you a nan?
Man.
Yeah, but is there a misspelling, or is that you're actually a man?
No, he said he's a man.
Okay.
Eva said, I try a static caravan chalet. I know there's some Murcia Marina. Where's that?
I don't know.
Is that an island?
So I think I don't know. You would like to try a chalet, wouldn't you?
I would do a chalet. I don't know why, but I always think a chalet as well, skiing resort, that type of thing.
Oh right.
Skiing
I
chalet.
see.
That's why I had it.
No, our chalet was not like that.
No, I can imagine. No.
It was nothing like that. But yeah, if it was like a skiing chalet or something, I would definitely be up for staying there.
Yeah, he's laughing emoji by Ashley. So are you a big fan of all the soaps, Ashley? Do you watch all of them? And there's like Emmerdale, Corrie.
Oh god, there's so many these days.
Loads of them. That Holby City.
All Creatures Great and Small have come back. All Creatures Great and Small have come back. But they're not like soaps that run all the time, to be fair, because like EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, they run all the time, same as Neighbours and Home and Away. But with All Creatures Great and Small and all that, they have their seasons, don't they?
Karen said, loving the ears.
Oh, thank you. Especially for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so we did this for Valentine's Day, obviously partly to sort of see because it's yesterday, and again just to sort of let you guys know that we've just uploaded the afternoon tea, which is what we did for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we did, but you were working yesterday, so we did it for
Saturday.
Yeah,
we did. And Eva said she'll be right back.
Ah.
All right. Ray said last chalet we stayed in was at Pontins and it was horrendous, absolutely filthy. Oh no, you're joking. Is it one of those nightmare holidays thing? Oh, Karen said Emmerdale was good tonight. Ashley, do you agree?
Yeah.
Because Ashley's watching it as well.
I've got to say, a lot of the chalets that I've stayed in haven't been the best.
Ray ended up going to a local hotel instead.
Yeah.
Do you know, we've only ever once done that ourselves. I think we told the story. So we went to Paris.
Oh.
And Kelly booked it, and she thought, and to be fair, we looked at the pictures and it looked amazing.
I researched like there's no one's business.
Yeah, and also as well, we got there and it was terrible. The carpet looked like the sea. It wasn't actually attached to the floor, it was just all wavy. But all the furniture was chipped. You couldn't get to the toilet without bashing into something. The door wouldn't open into the toilet. It was against the bed. It was really bad.
It was, and the toilet was on the opposite end of the room to the bathroom, which is not a problem. But you just have to remember, obviously, if you get up in the middle of the night and you need to go to the toilet, just don't go to the bathroom. Make sure you're going to the toilet. So I just think it would have been more prudent to, if you wanted to have a separate toilet and bathroom, which there are some hotels that do that, at least have them sort of next to each other, sort of, or, you know, it just wasn't it was all
it was terrible.
Oh, and it was chipped, and it just wasn't.
So that's the only ever time we've actually did. Of course, we were committed to the hotel. We'd already booked it, paid for it as well. So they didn't have to give us the money back, but we complained and then we said we want to go, and then they just gave us a refund.
Yeah.
So we paid for the one night and then we went and found somewhere else, which was much better and cheaper.
Cheaper, yeah.
And closer to the centre of Paris. Where am I? Aoife said, my leisure home on YouTube. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Ashley said, yeah, I watch all of the soap operas. Every single one of them. That is dedication. Karen said, so nice to see you both tonight.
Thank you.
And so nice to have you on. Aoife said, Kelly and Mark, have a look at my leisure home on YouTube.
My leisure home. Okay.
Ray said, I like a hotel now. I like to be waited on now I'm older. Do you know what? So do we. I think the days of, I used to do camping when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. I couldn't do it now. I really couldn't do it now.
I knew from very early on, and I've never been camping, that I was not one for camping. I was not one for facing the element. And I have full respect for those people that back then can go in a bucket and all of that type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's just not for me.
That's all part of the experience.
I don't down it. I don't know. I fully respect it. It's just that it's not for me.
Oh, Mercy Marina is in the UK, says Eva. Right, I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out. Now, Charlie has a question. So what video is the world best?
Oh,
that's really difficult. I suppose you could break it down in genres, can't you? I did see, I think, I don't know if it's one of the biggest one, but one of the biggest one was BTS.
Oh, right. Yeah, music video.
And they did a music video called, was it Firework?
Oh, no.
Dynamite. Yeah. And that had over 2 trillion views. So if you're doing it by views, it's going to probably be a pop video.
Yeah.
But I do like my little reviews. I love my reaction videos, and I which Kelly doesn't like. And I do like my little documentary videos.
And I do like the BTS Dynamite song.
Yes, there you are. So that's your, not saying that's the best one. Karen
it's the best one I feel that they've done.
Karen said, grandchildren just turned up, so I'll catch you both on Friday if you're on. Lots of love, both of you. Oh, and to you. Thank you for coming. Yes, we are on Friday, 6 o'clock. So hopefully see you then.
Yeah.
Ashley goes, yeah, all of the soap operas. So Ashley, what is your favourite soap opera? If someone said you're only allowed to watch one for the next month, what one would you pick? Ray said, I've never been camping. I like comfort and a handy toilet and shower. I don't do sharing.
Yes.
Ray, you would hate every minute.
I don't want to share my facilities.
You would hate every minute of camping. When I've just got really unlucky with camping. Every time I've gone, it's absolutely bucketed down. There was one time I went, I was in the tent. The trouble is with these tents as well, if you have a bag or something or anything leaning against the tent wall and it's rain, it will leak through. And I left my bag propped up against the tent, and that got wet. My clothes got wet. It was a horrible experience.
Yeah, it's not for me. But full respect to anybody that does the Glastonbury and all of that, and you're into all of that type of stuff. But
Years ago, I
it's
could
not
have
for
done
me.
it. Now, no.
Even years ago, I couldn't have. I was one of those children when I was growing up, where, and I have mentioned this before, my dad, and I knew this very early on. My dad, we went to Brixton. My dad, being the typical man, gave me a lolly. And I, as a child, of about 3 or 4, ate the lolly. And I'm eating the lolly, and the lolly's dropping down on my hands, and I didn't care. Finished the lolly, chuck the stick away. Daddy, can I have a tissue, please? What? I don't have any tissue. Typical man, obviously. No, I don't have a tissue. What do you mean you don't have a tissue? And I started crying there and then because my hands were sticky. Now, if it had been my mum would have been fully equipped. She would have had the tissues in her bag and she would have wiped my hands. In fact, she wouldn't have even let it get to the point of it dripping down all my hands anyway. But my dad was just like, no, and all of this. I remember I couldn't wash my hands until my gran lived in Vauxhall at the time. So I couldn't wash my hands until we got back to Vauxhall. So yeah, I've just always been one of those children.
The memories.
Yeah.
Actually said Home and Away is my favourite. So,
Oh, really?
Okay.
Do you know what? Home and Away and Neighbours used to be mine when I was growing up. I really used to like.
Yeah,
Home
we used
and
to
Away,
flip
Neighbours.
from one to the other. One would finish. I think Home and Away was on first, and then you go and watch Neighbours afterwards. Or no, it was the other way.
Other way
Neighbours
around.
first, and then you go to
Home and Away. Yeah, but we had Neighbours for years before
Home and Away. Yeah,
we had Home and Away. So when we had, because you, like someone mentioned the other day, Sons and Daughters.
There
was another one on before. It probably was the Sullivans. So yeah, you would have the Sullivans. You would have Sons and Daughters. But Neighbours only used to play during the day at the time.
Yeah.
And then it started to play twice a day. So once during the day and then once in the evening when people come home from school, so about 5 o'clock.
I did read somewhere, actual fact, that it's only the UK that keeps Neighbours and Home and Away going. I think
really?
they're only making it because they sell it to the UK.
Right.
It's not that popular in Australia anymore. So they're only making it really for UK audience.
Yeah, I can imagine, because that's what happened with Joey. So if anybody watched Friends, and then there was a spin-off of Joey, and it was only because Channel 5 bought Joey, and it was only the UK that kept Joey going.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, I read reviews. It had really bad reviews.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest, and you didn't realize it until the others weren't around, that it wasn't. I think you did need the others. You needed the Chandler, and you needed the Phoebe. You needed, Rachel, and you needed Ross. You needed Monica. You needed all of them.
Eva said that as well. Kelly, I would boat, but never camp or glamp. There you go. So two birds of a feather there.
Yeah.
Charlie's got a couple of questions here. He said,
Go on.
what's the biggest video out of all my YouTube channels? Oh, so for your one is the Big Ben one. That's your biggest one. And he said, what is the best food in the UK? Oh, that's a
I haven't
difficult
tried
question.
everything in the UK, unfortunately.
Ray said, I used to watch Neighbours when it was on BBC. Kylie and Jason. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Ray. My word, you haven't watched that for years.
Yeah, I used to watch it with Kylie and Jason. I think I stopped.
That was in the 80s and 90s.
The time that I stopped was roughly around when I think it was the doctor and the teacher. They're still in it, actually. They've got short hair, and they had a son called Todd. I think Guy Pearce was probably in it at the time as well.
Yeah, that's where he started from.
And that's when I pretty much stopped watching it, to be honest.
Right, now I'm going to go back to Charlie's question, which I think is a really difficult question. But what is the best food in the UK? Now, when you say in the UK, are you talking about UK food, or are you talking specifically about any food you can actually get in the UK? So it doesn't matter what nationality it originates from. It comes, but you can consume it in the UK.
I tell you what thing I do miss that I haven't had in absolute years, and it was something that my stepdad had introduced me to, which is Scotch pie. I love Scotch pie.
That's a bit of a left wing thing.
Yeah.
Scotch pie.
Why is it left wing?
Well, because it's just left field. Sorry, it's not left wing. Left field thing. It's just what left Scotch pie. Where did that come from?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the thing that I haven't had in years, and I miss.
Right.
Scotch pie.
I've got mine. So best thing in the UK you can have for me, it's got to be pizza.
Oh yeah.
But British food, I'm going to say fish and chips. That's going to be my thing.
Ooh, I think for me, if we're talking about cuisine wise, it would be Chinese, obviously. Where as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, because would I choose steak and chips or would I choose fish and chips?
So you're gonna.
That's the question.
So chips is the common denominator here.
Chips.
Something with chips.
Yeah.
Anything with chips.
Anything with chips.
Eva said, Kelly and Mark, you fill my heart with joy. Oh, I said, I love your connection with one another. Your relationship seems to be solid, and love still appears to be alive and well. Oh, I hope so.
I hope so.
Ray said, I found as I've got older, my appetite and taste has changed.
Right.
So talk about that, Ray, actually. In what way? That's interesting.
Yeah.
And does anybody else say the same thing? So, now, Ray, you have a sweet tooth. Now, have you found that's got more prominent as you've got older, or have you always had a sweet tooth? And when you say your taste has changed, in what way? What foods would you eat now that you wouldn't have done 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago?
I have to say my taste buds have changed. Like when I was growing up, I still don't really eat a lot of vegetables, to be fair, but I do eat a lot more sort of salad-based stuff. The only real vegetables that I would eat, but they would have to be prepared in a certain way. Like I do like roasted vegetables. So if we do like a roasted veg, and you've roasted the onions and you've roasted the carrots and the parsnips and things like that. I really enjoy that. I find it very tasty. But if you're talking to me about boiled veg, there's no way that I would eat that.
Would you? I love all that.
No, because it just tastes all kinds of wrong and bland.
What's wrong with boiled veg? I know not on its own, but you would have it with something else.
No, I wouldn't. I don't like anything boiled. I especially don't like boiled potatoes. I don't like boiled potatoes. I don't like boiled carrots. I don't like boiled broccoli or boiled. Boiled. I wouldn't eat anything.
Yeah,
boiled.
But broccoli doesn't taste as good if you roast it. It tastes much better boiled.
It doesn't.
It does.
It really doesn't. Listen, when you drizzle that with oil and a bit of pepper,
it burns quick though. Broccoli burns quickly.
Yeah, that is true. It does burn quickly, but sometimes the burnt vegetables are the ones that are nice. You're always scraping the things off everything. Oh yeah, the burnt bits are really good.
Oh, the burnt bits are awesome. I love the burnt bits. That's the bit I scrape off. So, guys, what is your thing? Have you found that your tastes have changed? And going back to Charlie's question, what is your favourite UK food?
Chips.
Anything
with chips.
Let's imagine by UK food he means actually.
He means chips.
Well, just food that originates from the UK. Eva said, honestly, Kelly and Mark, I genuinely am filled with hope witnessing your relationship. Truly would. Bless you.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
That is nice.
It is nice. But yeah, food wise, what would be your favourite foods, UK based? So that's gonna be it. Chips. And also, Ray, I'm really interested in this change. I think but you do find that, don't you? When you're a kid, you love. Here we go. So Ray said, I used to have a different relationship with food. I used it for emotional purposes when I was younger. If I had a cake, I would beat myself up over it. Now I just eat it what I want. And do you know what? That's a much more healthier way to look at food like that, rather than completely punish yourself for eating stuff you don't like. Well, not eating stuff you don't like, but I know what you mean. You feel guilty for eating.
I think for me, it's a little bit different because I was made to feel guilty about food. if that makes sense. So I never had a problem with food. I feel that, and my family didn't do it maliciously or anything like that, but I feel they gave me a different relationship, and it's only now in the last few years that I've actually been able to change my mindset with regards to food. So it no longer dictates me. It never dictated me anyway, but I felt like my family would make me feel bad about eating something, or oh, you shouldn't have too much of that, or no, you shouldn't touch this, or blah blah blah, and all of this sort of thing. And so gave me a complex with regards to food, something which I never had prior to that. And I think that instead of leaving me alone and letting me develop my own relationship with food, um, it then became a problem. And really, what was the real problem at the end of the day was being active. So,
How do you mean by that?
so what I mean to say is, we all have puppy fat and things like that, but because my family come from, another country, plus the pressures of what happens in society. So I was born here, so I had the pressures of what my parents thought or what my family thought, because when you grow up, you should be like this, and I wasn't.
Okay.
And I wasn't. I just had normal, but I just had normal puppy fat, like in like any child would, right? But also, when my family have always cooked from scratch, so we've never had things like packet foods and microwave foods and all of that type of stuff. So that never sort of featured in my diet anyway.
Yeah.
But the problem was, because I had the puppy fat and things like that, which every child grows out of. Every child grows out of the puppy fat stage, right? Because as long as you're not overfeeding or overcompensating or whatever, if you're feeding your child whatever, then it's just normal. Then you would take that as normal puppy fat, right? Unless you've got an allergy to something which you don't realize, or an overactive thyroid, or whatever the problems are. But so I feel like my family made me think about food in a different way. So then you became a lot more conscious of, oh well, I shouldn't have that. Oh well, I shouldn't have that. Oh, maybe I won't have that. And then denying yourself things that are perfectly normal. So then you then become a little bit obsessive with food.
Yeah.
So while I wasn't emotionally motivated by food, I was becoming obsessive with food. So it didn't motivate me. So I wouldn't eat because I was sad, and I don't eat when I'm angry, and I don't eat when I'm so emotion never motivates me towards food. So like, say if I'm angry or upset, you've never seen me reach for a bowl of this.
No, you don't.
Or reach for a bowl of that, or whatever, because that's not what motivates me. But what did happen was I then became obsessed. So I would think about food all the time. So that was the thing that changed. So because I was denying myself this, or I was denying myself that, because I was taking on other people's impressions of what I should be, which really it was just me developing. So I was getting a boobs and I was getting a bum, which is more attractive in this day and age, but back in the day was not seen as attractive. It was all, oh, you should be this, or whatever. So I didn't even give my body a chance to develop properly. So being obsessed about food throughout secondary school, because I feel like when you get to secondary school and you see the other girls around you, you then sort of become a little bit more obsessive of what you should or what you shouldn't eat, and it progressively got worse the older that I got. And because I allowed, because that's what it is, you're allowing other people's opinions into your own mind, and you're not developed in I wasn't. There might be other people that were at that age, but I wasn't developed in my mind enough to know that other people's opinions do not matter. And I never reached that until a lot, much,
Mm.
much, much later. So then, but by then, your body has changed, you changed, your mindset has changed, and it's then very difficult. So now, um, my activity is a lot lower. And so instead of thinking, oh, do you know what? Let me get up and go for a walk, or let me go and I mean, I wouldn't do the bike, to be fair, it's the most
Mm.
boring thing, but you would, you do
Oh,
the
I do the
bike
bike quite a
all the,
bit.
yeah, every day.
So we've got a few comments actually. Ray said, I used to have a different relationship with food. I used it for emotional purposes and would beat myself up over it. I just eat now what I want.
Hmm.
Aoife said, Mark, where's the micro expression of annoyance stroke anger that's been evident in your lower tension of your jaw? Oh, I didn't notice that. I think I've got a big chin anyway, so it might be. Plus, I've got to be honest, I've just been finished work, so I'm a bit tired.
Yeah.
Charlie Dobby said, what's your favourite animal? Ooh, I'm going to say lion.
I really,
Oh, I
I
don't know
don't
why.
know.
And what's your favourite beat? Now, I am a metal head, so I do like heavy metal, I'm afraid. Um, uh, but yeah, that's a good question. Aoife said, where's that micro expression coming from? Oh, I realise you've exhausted Mark from following a hard day's work. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Ray said, we have never actually allowed desserts if we ate dinner, so I think that's why I go for cake first.
Right.
Lol, my excuse. No, that's true. I used to have that thing, you know, when some parents do say that, you can't have dessert unless you've had. So, of course, it's encouraging you to eat double
Yeah.
because you want your dessert, so then you eat main. And I didn't eat all of our dinner. That's what Ray was saying. Ray said I was a beast by the time I was 11. Secondary school was a tough time. I think that didn't help. Young girls' clothes shops would go to maybe a size 14, which was large back then.
Yeah.
Now it's a now 16 or 18 is large.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Eva said, Mark, I'm with you, Mark, regarding boiling food. I do like boiled food. I really do enjoy it. Charlie asked, what's your most favourite video game in the best? Oh, God, that's difficult. That I'll have to do on another time because I could talk about that for ages, but
Yeah,
I
he could
won't
talk about
bore you
game.
about that. Eva said potatoes, mashed potatoes, and Yorkshire puddings.
Oh, those are good
Oh,
ones.
that's your favourite UK one.
Those are good ones.
But no, it's interesting what you were saying actually going back, and of course it does relate to what Ray was saying about food.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
Charlie, I will come back to you on your point in a minute about the game.
I've always had a sweet. I mean, you have a different relationship with food from growing up as well.
Yeah.
And I think that I I allowed other people's opinions to affect me, and even till now sometimes they do affect me. You know, I don't have, you know, a thick skin. So I think that for me, it at the moment it's not so much food. I mean, I love cakes. You'll see me you'll see me eat cakes and you'll see me drink my fat, but that's not the entirety of my diet. Although I do honestly feel I need to have more salads in my diet. That I definitely I'm not really a veggie person, so I wouldn't really have much veg. But I do need more salads in my diet, I feel. And I do need to not I don't feel like I need to concentrate so much on what I eat, but I feel like I do need to get a bit more nutrition um within my daily consumption of food. And I feel I need to be a lot more active. That's I truly feel I would want to be fitter. And if losing weight becomes part of that, I would really like that. I would love to be able to choose clothes, not because I have to, because that's what I can only fit into that, or I can only fit into this. What would be nice is to be like, oh yeah, to be able to pull something, go, oh God, this is so nice. I think I'm gonna go try it on. Do you know what I mean? And I would love to sort of get to that state, but I don't fixate upon that, if that makes sense, because I think that if you do fixate on something like that, it can bring on all negativity that you just don't need. There's so much negativity around. That's why we decided that when we were going to start a channel, it would be to promote positivity. It wasn't to be negative. It was to lighten people's day, and to talk about things that we like to talk about, you know, to talk about movies, or to talk about food, or to talk about holidays, or to talk about a tip, a trip, a tip, or a thing. Do you know what I mean? So
Hence the Mark Kelly trips, tips, and things.
so I feel like I'm never really, I don't get obsessed with food anymore, luckily. But I tell you, there is one thing that I do get obsessed with. If there isn't chocolate that I like to eat that is in the house, if there is chocolate that I like to eat that is in the house, I won't bother about it. But if there isn't chocolate in the house that I want to eat, I will obsess about it. And it won't, and if even if sometimes I try to satiate it by having another piece of chocolate or another piece of thing, that's not going to cut it, doesn't do it. I have to actually go and purchase whatever it is that I need to be able to eat at that time.
Right, so there's a couple of comments here. So Aoife said Yorkshire puddings, beef with gravy, mashed potato. Oh, of course, yeah, we're talking about favourite UK food. Ray Ray
Nice.
said, I love veg and salad. I need to stop eating so much meat. I eat meat every day at
So
least.
do I.
So then Ray Ray went on to say, I'm planning 2 days a week vegetarian. So they call that
Yeah.
a flexitarian. That's a new thing. So flexitarian is when you're vegetarian for set periods during the week. So Charlie asked, how many years have you been doing YouTube for? So we probably started about 2015.
2017.
2017.
2017.
2017. There you go. So about 4 years.
I've been a member for longer. But we actually started uploading our first videos in 2017. That was when you took your haircut, I think.
Oh God, yeah,
and things
yeah.
like that. That was 2017.
So that's when I got my haircut in Disneyland. So we did that as one of our first videos.
In Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. And going back to your other question, favorite gaming is for me So my favorite games would be Fallout 4 was one of my favorites. Red Dead Redemption 2. And what's the other one as well? I'd probably say one of the early Just Causes. Cal, I'm seeing you show the micro expression of annoyance as you spoke about your relationship with food. But it could have been actually, because I was going to say, I think you were talking about being angry with yourself and angry with different food.
I'm not angry. I feel like I'm angry with taking on other people's opinions and perceptions.
Oh yeah,
I think that about the food, I don't ever feel that I ever had a problem with food. I don't feel that I have a problem with food now. Really, it doesn't dictate me. It doesn't. I don't get up in the morning and think, oh, there was a time, and I became so obsessed with food. There was a time that I was afraid of being hungry.
Really?
Yeah. So there was I had a thing like, oh my God, but what if I'm hungry? But what if oh my God, but what if I'm hungry? So there was a period of time that sort of was for a few years. But that became an obsession because of what other people sort of made me think about food. So I was never driven, like I said, I was never driven by emotional. So, oh, I'm sad, I need to eat, or but that is for a lot of people. A lot of people are driven by emotions to eat, and a lot of people are driven by being programmed. You must finish everything on your plate.
Yeah.
You got to do this. You da da da, and all of this type of stuff. And if I can't eat it, I can't eat it. There was a time, like all kids go through a time when they don't want to eat. They're more interested in doing other. It's not a thing. It's not, parents go, oh, they're not eating, they're not what, right. Well, you can't leave the table until you finish what's on your plate. You don't want to eat, you go to bed. And it's like a punishment because you are not going to eat your food. And then they guilt trip you that, do you know how many people are starving in the world? And, and my family come from Mauritius. So I didn't have to look too far to see that people were starving, because in Mauritius, plenty of people were starving and things at the time.
So Ray said, I get angry if I'm hungry. I went shopping and had to open a sandwich halfway around shopping. I paid for an empty packet. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. It's that thing. Now Charlie changes. Aoife said your chin juts out. You have left your attention.
Oh, do I?
Charlie said, did anybody watch, changing the subject, did anybody watch The Masked Singer? I'll leave that to you.
I did watch The Masked Singer. I won't say who won because I don't know if everyone's caught up with it. I'm just trying. Oh
Kelly
yeah,
loves The Masked Singer.
I don't love
You
it,
do watch it.
but I do. If it's on, I will watch it because I do like singing programs. But I feel like there are no real good ones on anymore. But I do like watching. Mark hates watching. He
singing
hates
program.
watching
I absolutely hate singing.
He hates any variety shows,
Oh,
any
no.
cabarets.
No.
To be fair, I'm not really one for cabarets, but I do like. I like good old fashioned entertainment. Do you know what I mean? Things that I was brought up on. Things like, Bob Monkhouse. I like all of that. I like all the Good Family, the Royal Variety Performance, all of that type of stuff. I've always enjoyed that. But singing, I really like a good singing show. And then I will watch some singing shows, but there hasn't been a good singing show for a long time. You used to watch things like, what was the one that Bob Monkhouse used to do?
You used to love X Factor and all of those, and Ray said she watched it and was surprised, never guessed who the Masked Singer finalist was.
Yeah,
we won't say who in case nobody's seen it.
And
X Factor, for me, they were just all the same format, and I just thought, oh no. And I thought when X Factor ended, I thought finally that's it, that's the end of them. I don't have to watch this anymore. And then they bring out the Masked Singer, and then they bring out no, and then they bring out this. This is never going to end.
I feel like with those types of shows, people love
The Voice.
They love entertainment and they love reality. So you're now combining the both of reality and you're combining entertainment. So a lot of people like I feel Ant and Dec are very good entertainers. I feel like they're funny. I like watching them and all of that type of stuff. And yeah, I didn't know, don't get me wrong, I loved X Factor in the beginning. I loved it. But I watch it because it's entertainment, but I don't love it as much as I did before. And I used to love Pop Idol, and I used to love America. I used to really like American Idol. I thought it was really good. And then the judges started leaving, and then it didn't become very good anymore. So I didn't really watch it.
Aoife said, Kelly, you still have a very strong feeling towards people who had a deep impression and impact upon your relationship with food.
Yeah. It's going to affect me forever. It's never going to go away. But you accept that. There comes a point where you have to accept responsibilities for your own actions now. So the fact that I don't go out for a walk, or the fact that I'm not active, is now down to me. But it will always be part of me of how I allowed other people's opinions to affect me. It's never going to go away. It's something that affects you deeply. You can learn to live with it. It doesn't not affect you anymore. It's like when you lose someone that you love. Do you know what I mean? For whatever reason, it will always impact you. You just learn to live with it. So it's now about coping with the not the damage, because I don't feel that is the correct word, but it's now dealing with the consequences maybe of what that did to anybody. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about food, it can be about whatever, but it's now about dealing with the consequences of that and how you live through it.
So Aoife said, I can recommend the book, the the coming book, Eat Right for Your Type. That's the one about your blood type, along with the XBX exercise plan. Kelly and Mark, there's such a thing as toxic positivity. Now, Ray, changing the subject, said, I love Big Brother and I found it hilarious. Oh, I didn't realise that. Simon Cowell had another fall off an electric bike. Oh my God, he's always falling off something, breaking something. And he looks really, oh my God, he's had so much work done.
Well,
his skin is just like this.
I thought at one point he was really unwell. Because he wasn't on any of his programs that he produces for a long, long time. Like, he got other people, but I believe he was sick for a long time. and that's why he looks a bit gaunt and things like
Oh,
that.
Ray said, I think you look perfect as you are. She is
Oh,
perfect.
thank
as she
you,
is.
thank you. But yeah, of course it still haunts me and things like that. But you know, you try your best to, because every day you have to work through something. I feel
Yeah.
every day there's something you have to work through, and it's just one of those things that, and you know what we tend to do, we always tend to put ourselves at the bottom of a list, and I think that is what maybe affects us quite a bit. We tend to put ourselves at the bottom of a list.
So Ray said he lost a lot of weight because he turned vegan. Oh, that's interesting. That's why. But there are some people I know that have gone vegan. They look exactly the same.
Yeah.
I think they just, because they then start eating different types of, well, like I said, they eat pastas, but you can get vegan pasta and stuff like that, which is quite filling. Oh, I didn't know that's why he lost the weight. I saw he had lost weight, but I didn't realize that was the reason why.
I thought he had a problem. I thought that because and as well, he probably wants to look after himself because obviously he's had his son, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
So I think maybe he wants to, obviously, because he really loves his son. I don't think he thought that he would love someone as much as someone like his son as he has. It's very much like Madonna. And when she decided to have Lourdes, I think that she didn't realize what was missing, and I think Simon Cowell's probably the same.
So Charlie's asked, what's your favorite country? Or also a personal chef maybe help. Yeah, that does help a lot. Woody Harrelson is the actor, is vegan, and he has a personal chef that he hires who's with him all the time. So if you can hire a personal chef. So what's your favorite country, says Charlie. Now, when you say favorite country, you mean to live or to visit? Now, live, I've only ever lived in the UK. I've never lived in another country than the UK. But to visit, I've got to say, it's either got to be the States for me. We do enjoy France. We do enjoy the Canary Islands, which is technically Spain. But I've got to say, probably for me, it's the.
I mean, I do love the UK.
You, Charlie?
I do love the UK. I love the UK. I like going to visit countries, and I think that if I was younger, I probably would have gone to have lived in the States, but I can't see that now that I'm older. To go and live in the States.
So what about you guys? What is your favorite country? Charlie, what is your favorite country to visit or to live in if you have lived abroad elsewhere?
And everybody else, what's your favorite country?
Ray says she has her bottom out on Insta the other day. Fantastic woman, Madonna. I thought, what are you talking about when you said that? Oh right, okay. But I've got to be, well, that's all that yoga. I've never done yoga.
Yeah.
I have been very tempted. Actually, funny enough, footballers in their late 30s and now professional footballers, and now started to go into yoga because they said it prolongs their career.
But also, it makes you supple. Do you know what I mean? So it makes you more. It gives you that agility. Do you know what I mean? That you would need in sport, surely. So it surprises me that it's taken them till now to be doing something like yoga. I feel that that's something that should have been adopted back in the 90s.
Yeah, but when you're young, you don't do that as well. When they start to get to the sort of mid-30s, when most footballers' playing careers end at about sort of early mid-30s. But the top athletes, to keep it going, will then start doing things like that to keep it going.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that the managers didn't incorporate that within their workout routine, right? Because they must have some type of routine and eating regime.
Diet's very important thing because their what was I going to say? Their training regime is pretty much for 20-year-olds, so it's to keep you maximum fitness.
But yoga would help with that. That's why I mean, like, yoga should have been part of that. An hour of yoga, however many days of the week, would keep your mind right, I feel, and would keep your body supple. To be able to keep up with all the strenuous exercises.
USA like as well, says Charlie.
There's a lot to visit in the USA. They're really There really is. And it's vast.
Do check out our videos on our trips to the USA if you are interested. We've been to Vegas, we've been to Florida and New York. So they are all on there on YouTube on our channel if you do want to have a little look through.
Oh, I don't know if New York's on there. New York's not on there.
Oh, do you not?
No, because we didn't start doing it till 2017.
Oh, that's true. Scrap New York, the other two. We will go back to New York. That's our plan.
We will go back to New York at some point. And I would definitely like to go back to Toronto. You've not been, so that would be fun for us to do.
Oh, the Juts and the Jaws, me. Yeah, I think it's just because I have a big chin. I've got a big.
But I think also when I talk as well, I feel Mark's contemplating what I'm saying, but also I don't know. Sometimes Mark doesn't really chat a lot about how he feels about food, I think, and things like that. So he has his own relationship with food growing up and stuff like that. So maybe that triggers something in his mind, but doesn't vocalize it. But I will vocalize how I feel about it. But not everybody is comfortable or wants to vocalize things.
So Charlie said, what is your favorite musical?
Wicked. And Jesus Christ Superstar.
No, oh, you got the t-shirt on. That's the Wicked t-shirt. Can you see? So she's got the t-shirt from Wicked.
Defying Rarity. It's one of my favorite t-shirts.
I'm not a big musical fan, so me is probably the wrong person to ask. But what's your favorite artist? Now when you say artist, are you talking about painting or are you talking about music artists?
Yeah, if you're talking about painting or art in general, that would be
so Monet is one of my favorites. I've got to say it. But I do like Gustav Klimt is one of my favorites.
And I like Sandro Del Pret, I think he's called. He does all the sort of like visual sort of, not in the same vein as Dali, but it's normally a painting with inside a painting with inside. You know, you look at the painting and you find something
Escher.
new.
I think that's Escher.
No, well, the one that I like is Sandro Del Pret.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
it is, a little bit like Escher.
Oh, Charlie said Abri Cheap, Florida, to Disneyland and Paris.
Say that again.
So Charlie's basically is Florida, Disneyland and Paris.
Yeah. I've not been to Disneyland. We've not been to Disneyland, but
Ray-Ray's off to bed, and I think actual fact.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. I think we're going to end it there as well. I think we've been going for nearly 2 hours. Sorry, Anifa just said as Kelly turned towards you, Mark, talking about her relationship with food, the microcosm expression of annoyance were visible. Yeah, probably. I will talk about the food bit at some point, but yeah, my relationship with food it's been all right actually, but recently. But I used to be overweight when I was a kid, so probably that has something to do with it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We had a really good live discussion with you. We really enjoyed it, as we always do. That's it from another Mark and Kelly's Trip Tips and Things live. Don't forget, we are back on Friday, 6 p.m. UK time for our other live. Until then, please look after yourselves, take care, and remember, you're never too old to have fun. Do check out Charlie's videos. I will be having a look at those for the rest of you, and I will be checking out the other recommendations that you had there all throughout the chats. I can't remember on the top of my head, but I will have a look at those ones as well. Until next time, please stay safe, and remember, do look after yourselves. Until then, we shall say goodbye for now.
And you're never too old to have fun.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Take care.
Bye.